you still want to do this for sure. You still want to go to Zing Fling, Zing Fest. You want to do it all because you'll get so much out of it. It's irreplaceable. And I will never miss another one. And I can't imagine what it is like in person because, like I said, Zing Fest is the only one that I ever actually have been to, and it was virtual. And so I can't imagine being around all these people in person as opposed to watching it virtually. And, we cried and laughed the whole week, and I wasn't expecting to bring tissues and need to, need to have tissues on hand because we were all crying and boohooing together because it was that moving and it was that motivational. I mean, it's truly inspiring. You don't want to miss it at all. It's great.
I know the first one that I went to was, it was actually a Zing Fest. It was in Dallas, Texas, and it just totally changed everything about how I looked at the whole company. Just, seeing the integrity of the company and just seeing where you could go with it was what was so amazing to me. And, people that baked cookies out of their home and they're up there receiving $100,000 check, they're $1 million earner, and that kind of stuff right there is it's just life changing to see where somebody who came from that to, being up there and they're earning $1 million and getting those huge checks. So that was just life changing to me because I knew I never would go that far with teaching degree, most definitely. So
yeah,
that's what changed for me.
Vicki, tell us about your very first event?
It was in Salt Lake. I had been a distributor for maybe 2 months, something like that. So to get in that fast and attend something that phenomenal, it was just mind-blowing. There's just no describing what it does to you for you to be able to, like Hillary said, even in the small setting we have, you are there, you can feel it, it doesn't have to be the humongous groups. If you're there and you're hearing everything they're saying, you get it because you're with like-minded people. So, but to be in the auditorium with them and eating lunch with them and talking to them on breaks and I mean, it's just like Hillary said, they're real people. They're just like we are. They've just been in it longer than we have, and they kept going. So anybody can do this that works it like a business. And to what I watched Robin Packard get a big check and tell her journey at Zing Fleet. Zing was in October, so that was Zing Fest. And I knew right then and there I was in the right place with the right people and life-changing. And it has been, and it will be.
Yeah. I think the probably the most moving thing that's ever happened at one of these events was when our CFO sat on the stage in a chair alone and told us all that he had Parkinson's disease. And I don't think one person in the whole 3,000 person auditorium was not crying. It was moving. It was that he would trust us with his innermost. He didn't have to, but for him to be that vulnerable just shows you what kind of leadership we have too, that they're just real people. They're not invincible, and they're open, and they just lay it all out there for everybody to see. And I think that's what just flows downhill to all of the distributors, is because we have leadership like that who just put themselves out there, and they're just real people who really care and really have a heart, and no different than you and I, all the way to the top. And that was just like Vicki said, the very first one I went to was October 2015, and I have not missed one since. That one event changed my entire life, and it embedded in me a vision of what this could be. That's what's gotten me through the times when I wanted to throw in the towel and quit. That's what's gotten me through the times when I've gone from one rank back down because I've lost team members and had to start all over. I've had to start all over twice completely, and that vision that was embedded in me at that meeting, seeing those people, is what has driven me and what has gotten me where I am now. And there's nothing anybody can tell me that would make me think without everything in me that this will not be an ambassador team. I know it with everything in my being. I don't know when, I don't care when. It will be. This will be an ambassador team. This will be a team that has life-changing consequences to everyone's finance who gets in and who holds on and who doesn't quit. This will be a team that takes people to the top and as far as they want to go, and create dreams that you couldn't have anywhere else. And I'm excited to be a part of it. I'm excited and humbled to lead such an amazing group of people. And that is cultivated, that is embedded, that is just burned in you, just kind of like a brand at these events. So if there's any way possible that you can go with us. If you can't, you still need to watch it. You still watch it from wherever you're at, because you do not want to miss those invaluable lessons and trainings and stories, and just see it. So that's not even what I was going to talk to you about tonight, but somehow my computer, Kevin is not home. Taylor's birthday is tomorrow. So he went and got balloons and a birthday present and is sneaking it over to her house to put it on her porch. So she'll have it in the morning. But what I want to talk to you about tonight, I want you to put on some steel-toed boots, because this might hurt just a little bit. Just a little bit. It is intended to be taught with love, but it's real. It's real life. And it tells you what the real nitty gritty is when it comes to this business and how to build a successful X team. And there's 10 things that I'm going to give you that is critical and that you need to know about building your X team empire. Because you're building an empire, you're building a legacy. You're not just building a hobby. So if you're building a hobby, we want you to have that hobby. We love you, but this is going to be something that's for somebody. It's just kind of reality check. So you know what's in store for you. So you know what's expected of you in order to get to where you want to go. Because you can't have a $1 million mindset with a minimum wage work ethic. Can't do it. It's not going to happen. You've got to go in, grind, grit, claw, scratch, whatever it takes in order to get you to where you're going to go. Because whatever you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. Period. Plain and simple. So the first thing is commitment. You have to be committed. Building a business takes time, and it takes a lot of time. This means family sacrifices. I cannot even count how many times that I've missed things, or I've taken time away from Kevin, or I've made sacrifices for this business, for my business. And those of you that have been with me a while know this, but some of you may not. On the morning that Taylor got married, the morning she got married, I had all these bridesmaids in my house. They were everywhere. Everybody was getting makeup done. And I had a girl message me and she says, I'm ready to sign up. I excused myself from the most important day of my daughter's life to go downstairs and sign somebody up, because I know what this business would give me. I knew that if I made those little sacrifices, now I didn't take the whole day. I made a sacrifice to go away for 15 minutes, but I missed 15 minutes. I sacrificed 15 minutes of time. I could have watched her get her makeup on to help build my business. But the commitment is what's going to happen. Luckily, I have a great husband who supports me in this and doesn't make me feel guilty about taking time away, but it still takes a toll on our lives. It does. And I will tell you that even though it's hard, it's worth it. And the commitment to your business is what builds the firm foundation on which your future and your family's future will be built. So every time you don't want to send a text, every time you don't want to set up a chat, or every time somebody asks you a question, or if you think this business works around when it's convenient for you, you have to think again, because it doesn't. You're building a team. And while that's happening, you're building a future, you're building an empire, even if it's during a baseball game, even if it's during a cheerleading competition, even if it's during The Bachelor, whatever it has to be. You make it happen. You stay committed to it. Number 2, you have to be coachable. You have to be coachable. So when was the last time that you saw somebody in their front yard on their hands and knees cutting their grass with scissors? You haven't, right? You know why? Because there's a lawnmower. Someone's already invented a good way to do it. So there's no reason to reinvent the wheel. So the leaders, the top leaders on this team and in this business got to where we are, and they are, by doing something that works, right? You know, we have put the tools in place that work, that have the same thing you do is the same thing I do. I do nothing different than what you do. Same thing with all these. I'll listen to all these other leaders, and the tools that we have come from the people that I want to emulate, the ranks that I want to be at. So it all duplicates down, and you have to be coachable. You have to do what your leader does. And the question that you need to ask yourself is, are you allowing yourself to be coachable? Or are you listening to what we're saying, turning a blind eye, and trying to do it your way? And I will tell you, we'll let you do it. We'll let you do it. This is your business. We'll let you do it any way you want to do. But it's going to take you a lot longer to do it, because I can't coach you to do something, and your leader cannot coach you to do something that they're not doing. So if you want to do it your way, go and do it. But I promise you, you'll be back. It always happens. It's happened so many times. So that's the second thing you've got to do. Is you just got to be coachable. And it's so much easier to be coachable than it is not to, because you don't have the tools if you try to do it yourself. The next thing, and this one's a good one, stay tight with your leader. As a leader myself, I can personally say the people that I work with the most are the people who stick close to me, the people who reach out to me, the people who call me, the people who ask me questions, the people who I see working, the people who are putting me in chats. Sometimes with a larger organization, it's hard to reach down and check on everybody who has signed up as a distributor. Hillary can attest to that. You know, it's hard to, you know, you've only got so many hours in a day. And so the people that I work with the most, the people that I am teaching, the people that are that I take notice of are the hustlers, the ones that are doing, being coachable, the ones that are doing the work and putting in the work. And I don't even care if they're signing people. I don't care if they sign people up for 2 months. I don't care if they sign people up ever. If they are doing their daily activities, if they're doing what I'm teaching them to do, I will give them every bit of my time, because I know, even though they might get frustrated, I know what's ahead for them, because they're doing the daily consistent work. They're coachable, they're being committed. And that's what I look for. I look for eager people, not the backseat leaders who want somebody else to drive their success car for them. I want the ones that are hustling. And the next thing, so stay tight with your leaders, reach out to them, make it a point to contact them. The next thing, be involved and learn. Our team does trainings every Monday night. Our team does trainings every Tuesday night. Our team we have room at the top every Monday afternoon, every Monday night with Freddie. So, and those are all recorded. Everything is recorded. So if you are not plugging yourself into the meetings and the events and the any kind of leadership calls that you have, you are only hurting your own self-growth and your business. You're hurting both. People are going to join, people are going to search out to join your team when you have branded yourself with this company. You know, they want to be around people who aren't flighty, you know, somebody that's jumping, you know, and y'all know the people. I'm just going to tell you, y'all know the people that jump. But the ones that have invested themselves on a deeper level, those are the ones that people are much more likely to jump in with. And if you are, and I'm not even going to say it again because I put this on here. If you're not going to Zing Fling, you need to really think about it, because we have no overhead with this business, and you've got three. You've got two. If you're a director, you've got three. If you're not, you've got 2 events a year. So even if you're not physically going, you can still pay for the event and join it virtually and watch it. So that is your overhead. That is your training. That is what feeds you. So be involved and learn. The next one is duplication. Your team is going to do what you do, plain and simple. If you are leading by example, then your team is going to follow you and your team is going to grow. If you don't set up chats with your coach, neither will your people. If you don't go to events, neither will your people. If you don't get on trainings, neither will your people. If you don't post your goals, neither will your people. If you jump ship, can y'all hear me? If you jump ship, so will your people. So lead by example. That's the best way to do. Duplication isn't a joke. It's not something to take lightly. Every single way a person is brought into this company is the way they duplicate. So if they come in with a 30-point bottle of Accelerate, then what do they know? They know to sell a 30-point bottle of Accelerate. If they come in with an Ultimate, they're going to know what that Ultimate does. They're going to sell Ultimates. So that's why we always start high and come down. And then if they start with a smaller, if they start with a jump start, or if they start with a smaller order, which they can, you've got to put the value of the bigger orders in there and embed that in them so that so that generational gap stops right there. You know what I mean? So they don't just tell them, just get a bottle of Accelerate. It's a fat burner. You can do good. You know, you've got to teach them, especially if they're a distributor that they do not want to, that's going to sabotage their whole business. So duplication, it's like raising children, you know, everything that they're going to watch everything and learn everything that you do. And that's how kids learn. And, you know, they're looking to you when they fall down and make a mistake for you to tell them the things to do and pick them back up and pat them on their head and say, you know, you can do this. Get back up. You're okay. I hear Taylor say all the time when Garrett, he has a fake cry, y'all. I'm not even kidding. He's like, you know, that fake cry. Y'all know that. And she's like, suck it up. You're okay. You're going to be okay. You're fine. And, you know, it's just like that, you know, when it's hard, sometimes it's hard in this and it gets frustrating as a leader. And I don't even know, we're on duplication because they're going to duplicate what you do. That's right. So you tell them it's okay and you lead with love. Next thing, momentum. This one is one that I've had to learn the hard way. It's like, and I don't remember who told it. It was, I think it was Ryan Barson. He was talking about this big old wheel, and it's a concrete, you got to picture a concrete wheel, and you are pushing it up a slight incline. You know how hard it is to get that wheel to start moving if it's a big, heavy concrete wheel? But once you start it, it gets easier and easier and easier and easier and easier because the wheel just turns and the momentum keeps going. When it stops, it's that much harder to get it started again. And I will tell you that I have experienced this, and it took me about 4 months to get the momentum going again. So, but I haven't stopped it since that last time, and it just keeps growing. And you can tell it by my business, by the numbers in my business. So momentum is huge. Don't let that momentum stop. You keep it going. The next thing is consistency. Every day you should have the same routine, whether you spend 4 hours in the morning after your kids go to school, or you spend 2 hours at night after you get home from work, or if you do it every day at lunch in the bathroom. If you get into a consistent routine, then that's going to help you, because eventually it will be a habit, and it will be something that you do on a daily basis, because after, I think it's 7 times that you do something is when it starts kicking in that it's a habit. So do it every single day, no matter what. And in the beginning, yeah, you have to work 7 days a week, even if it's just a little bit. It's better to work some every single day than a lot 2 days a week. So consistency is huge. The next thing is independence. Ooh, this one's a tough one, y'all. Uplines are not uplines are a resource. They are not a lifeline. So a lot of this business is learning to do stuff on the fly. And if you can't get a hold of your upline, figure it out yourself, because you can. If you look, all of the tools are there. I know it's easier to call and say, oh my gosh, what's the answer to this? And most of the time your upline will know. But how's that going to teach you? How's that going to teach you to be a leader and find the answers when your people call you? So if you start doing it now and trying to find the answers, and then after you've looked and give it a great effort, then you go to your upline. And once you learn it, don't go back and ask them the same question again, because that happens a lot too. Find it out, know where it's at, because you don't want your people to have to go anywhere above you. You want, and I have never had anybody on my entire downline ever have to go above me for an answer. If I don't know it, I'm going to find it and give that answer out before I tell you to go call somebody else. You want your team to look at you as a powerful leader that knows it all. And if you don't know it right then, you go find it. You go find out and you give them the answer, because that empowers you, and that makes you look like that leader to your downline, which is what you want them to. You don't want your upline to be your team's leader. You want to be the leader of your team. Let's see. The next one is, and this is the greatest statement ever. You are an independent distributor, not an employee. You do not have a boss. This is your business. You are the CEO of your own empire. You've just got a lot of help getting you there, which is awesome. The next one is self-growth. And Rhonda talks a lot about this on her trainings, and I love it, because if you aren't growing personally, your business is not going to grow. You need to be okay admitting your weaknesses and know it's something you've got to work on. But if you've got every day got to work on getting better, stronger, faster in the areas that you need improvement on, you've got to have self-development, and positive affirmation to yourself is huge. Listen to leadership books, do daily devotions, pray for your business every single day. All of that is self-reflection. All of that is self-growth. The leadership conferences, again, the trainings, the room at the top. And I'll tell you one thing that that Tammy did is she went into the YouTube. She wanted to learn about the products. And so Peter Griscom is our product developer. He's got all kinds of YouTube videos, him personally talking about our products and the way over my head scientific stuff, like the big inner workings. But she wanted to know how they worked. She's into personal training and fitness, and she understands it. So she wanted to. So she has got him on some kind of rotation where she listens to the products over and over again. That's how she's going to learn the products. That's self-growth. That's making her better for her business. So I was really impressed with that, Tammy, that you did that. The next thing is, this is the last one, number 10. Make yourself uncomfortable. Get out of that comfort zone. Have a dream or have a goal that stretches you. Make a plan. And I'm telling you, if you have not written down your goals and posted them on the leaders page, why? I don't care if you just put, I am going to be a manager. I am going to sign up 5 people, and that's it. You have written down a plan. So you've got to write down your goals. If you write them down and share them, the likelihood of you achieving them goes up exponentially. I mean, like way, it's a lot higher. A lot higher likelihood that you're going to achieve them, because not only have you written it down so you can see it and get it in here so you can have that believability, but you've also told somebody. That's accountability. You get the believability and you get the accountability by writing them down and sharing them. And then you've got a plan so you know where you're going to go. Plus your upline knows where you want to go so they can help you. So write down those goals. Don't not turn them in every single month. Let's see if there's anything else. Your comfort zone. Comfort zone's a scary, scary place. And the magic happens outside of your comfort zone. Even if you're scared, do it afraid, but do it. And don't take it personally when somebody says no. That's the biggest thing I can tell you. It's not going to kill you. I promise. If somebody tells you no, don't let it hurt your feelings. Separate business from personal. It's not personal. This is business. You've got to get, and this is my favorite example, Babe Ruth. He was the strikeout. He was the home run king. He had more home runs than anybody, but guess what? He had more strikeouts too. And somebody asked him one time, does it bother you to hold the record for the strikeouts? And he said, no, because every time I strike out, it gets me closer to that home run. Same thing with you guys, that every time you hear a no, that gets you closer to that next yes. So don't take it personally. No does not mean no. No means not right now. It's not their time. But you've planted that seed. The harvest will come. They would have never asked you for information had they not needed what you have. So it's just not right now. And it's okay. It's okay for somebody to tell you, no, that's just one more person on your follow-up list that's going to order later on. So get your no's. Don't take them personally, because that every single no that you get is going to get you closer to that next yes, and to the greatness that God has for you. All right, you guys. So has anybody got anything that they want to ask or say, or anything they got to comment? Take yourself off mute if you got. Hillary said, what did Hillary say? They can't eat you. They cannot eat you. That's the truth. It ain't gonna hurt. I promise.
One thing that I'm using is my NA program has taught me so much. They say stick with the winners. And so if you see people that are succeeding at this, then you just copy and paste what they're telling you to do. and be teachable, because if you really want to succeed, just copy and paste what, like I'm sticking with Melissa and Hillary. I know that they are driven to succeed and I want to be successful. So I want to do exactly what they do. So anyway, that's my only suggestion and advice to the group. Thanks.
Yeah, baby, that's it. That is it. Anybody else got anything?
This is totally off topic, but I just want
to me, sister.
This is Declan, and it's his birthday today, and he's 6.
Oh,
hey,
happy birthday, Declan!
Oh
So
my
thank you.
goodness!
I love your crown.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
dear
dear
Declan.
Declan.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
Happy birthday.
So thank
Yay!
you.
Oh,
Thank y'all.
oh. Anybody else got anything? Well, I can't find my paper on this, so I'm gonna have to say it by memory. God is going to do exceedingly and abundantly.
Oh, we
God is going to do exceedingly and abundantly more than we can think or ask, because we honor him. His blessings are going to chase us down and overtake us. You are in the right place at the right time. People are going to seek you out. You're going to rise in the ranks because you give him the honor and the glory for it all. I love y'all. Good night. Pray it over yourself. Pray it over your team. Bye.
Yep. Bye.